This isn't NBA news specific, but through our lens it is. In Brooklyn, they continue to wait and hope that the New York City vaccination mandate gets lifted and Kyrie Irving's able to play in home games. The optimism gained considerable fuel after Mayor Eric Adams' response when asked if New York City will phase out the vaccine passport requirements.
Yes, and I can't wait to get it done. Every morning I meet with my health professionals because I always stated I'm going to follow the science. I'm not going to get ahead of the science because I'm ready to get ahead of all of this and get back to a level of normalcy. But they're giving us clear instructions. They gave us benchmarks. We're going to follow those benchmarks. But I look forward in the next few weeks going to a real transformation. We're going to get the city back up and operating, and we're going to be rolling out some things in the next day or so on how we're going to carry that out. Thank you very much.
Man, it's been way too long. Happy to be joined by our friend Nick Friedell, who covers the NBA for us and obviously has been on the Nets beat. And I don't know what it says about me, Nick. I got a lot of friends in New York City, and when I heard the mayor's comments, I thought, great for the city, but literally my first thought is the Nets and Kyrie, and what's this mean for them? So how did the team react to these comments from Mayor Adams?
Scotty, the optimism in that Nets practice facility was palpable. People were walking around with a smile on their face, and that included Kyrie, because they know that they are that much closer to him playing at Barclays Center. And the feeling is no longer if this is going to happen, it's when. Now, they're in a holding pattern with the city, but they believe that it's going to happen sooner rather than later. And I asked Steve Nash, I said, did you feel a difference in Kyrie? He said, absolutely. He's more focused in film study. He's ready every time we hit the practice floor, and he's getting excited about the possibilities. Now, I know there was a lot made about James Harden wanting Kyrie to get that shot right before he got dealt. But, Scotty, I cannot stress this to you enough. The younger guys on this team, they love Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant has stood up for him at every possible turn. These guys are going to get a huge jolt whenever that time comes and he's out there on the floor. This team has been hovering around 500 here the last couple weeks. They really believe they can turn it around down the stretch these last 23 games, get Kyrie back at some point, KD back, Ben Simmons, and hit the ground running going in the postseason and still win a title.
Yeah, that's what's nuts. I mean, they currently would be an 8. I mean, good luck. Hey, you're the 1 seed. You get the Nets, and Durant and Simmons are back, and now Kyrie can play at home. So while we wait to find out when, presumably, this happens in the city, and it feels inevitable, we have equal uncertainty about when we'll see Durant come back from injury and when we'll see Simmons wear the Nets uniform for the first time. What's the sense that you have from Durant and Simmons' availability and when we'll see them playing?
Nash said that Durant is closer, that he's a couple days away. He's definitely out against the Celtics, but there's a chance that he comes back next week. The Nets feel like they have an ace in the hole with Ben Simmons. And while I know there was a lot made about Simmons potentially coming back for that Philly game, they're going to let Simmons come to them and say, hey, I'm ready to roll. At practice today, Ben Simmons was on the far basket with none other than Kyle Korver. And the Nets' feeling is we're going to get him back in playing shape, and we're going to get him to get his shooting rhythm in an order that we haven't seen before. And it all starts for them with Kyle Korver.
I realize there's some winter weather headed towards that part of the world, but it certainly feels like on this day, Nick, that spring and the optimism that comes with that landed in the laps of a lot of New Yorkers and certainly in Brooklyn with the Nets. Appreciate your time. Look forward to catching up sometime playoff time. All right, Nick?
Always, my man.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.